Hi, Happy New Year, everyone. I'm back. I'm still here. I've been doing a whole lot of fun stuff since I last posted. I had a show. That went well. I had fun. I traipsed in California with my friends. And I got to see some shows. I got to see some colleagues in some shows. What else? The holidays. I was having all kind of reconstruction happening in my apartment building, so that also was a factor in me just kind of staying underground. Okay, well, yeah, I just fed my big fat fish before entering the booth. And his name is Rumblefish. William Rumblefish is his full name. Rumblefish, this will be Rumblefish's 7th year with us. My son brought him home from the carnival. My cousin Nikki took my son Rain to the carnival. And, and, they played one of the carnival games and returned with this goldfish. Well, he wasn't gold when we first got him. He was like one of those half-dead, gray-looking feeder fish. It was about the size of my pinky, no bigger than my pinky, from head to fin. So, I wasn't really happy that they came home with the fish because I'm like, I wasn't prepared to take care of this wild animal. But they give you the little starter tank. My son's 7. He wasn't going to take care of the fish. So I'm responsible for keeping this fish alive now, right? If he dies, it's on my watch. So, I put him in spring water, it's just a little tank. So, all I need is just like one bottle, maybe a bottle and a half. Yeah, just one bottle of spring water. Then I remember Rumblefish. Well, he wasn't called Rumblefish then. My son named him William. Now, I believe he named him William because one of my nearest, dearest friends who I talk to on the phone every day is named William. And he made little rules for William, too. He wrote like 3 rules. One was like, do not touch William. The second was, do not bother William. Third one was, do not give William too much food. I remember I read those rules to my best friend. He's like, yeah, nobody better not touch me. And they better not bother me. And yeah, they don't need to give me too much food. So the rules applied to both Williams. So, but very quickly, this fish, first I was very impressed that, he was still living. I was changing his water regularly. But then he outgrew that little tank so fast. And then I had a number of vases of different sizes that I kept switching him out of. And I kept with the spring water. I didn't know how to take care of fish. I didn't want to have to be using tap water and then trying to find something to treat the water and the pH. And I'm just like, I'm sure if it's spring water, that was my theory. If it's spring water and he seems fine, I keep this bowl clean. Stay alive, and I feed him and keep the bowl clean. 7 years. That's all I've been doing for the past 7 years. Me. Now he started to grow, Rumblefish. And this is how he got his name. So first William started to get very, his color started to change. He started to become like a champagne kind of color. I was just like, well, all right. And says, look at this fish. Look what little love did for this fish. He went from like half dead and gray to shiny and champagne. What they call those horses? Like, he was the Palomino of feeder fish. The thing was, I started calling him Rumblefish because he would be noisy. Like, if he wanted to be fed or if you, passed by him, yeah, and he wants to be fed. So every time I would pass by him, he'd make noise. He would like slap the water. Or he would make like sounds with his mouth. You know, like he was talking to me. He was like, "Hey, feed me." So yeah. So I started calling him Rumblefish because he was loud. He was just like he would not be ignored. This fish. My buddy Earl, who helped me to transfer Rumblefish into the aquarium that he exists in now. But my buddy Earl, he found like a 5-gallon aquarium outside somewhere. And then he got me that for Rumblefish. And then Rumblefish he started to grow. Started to grow and grow. So by the time, I said like a couple of years had passed, and it was time for us to move, I had to put a plan together to, how am I going to transport this fish? And William, to which, Rumblefish was named after, kept saying that I should just kill that fish. First of all, I was like, I think at this point he was too big to just flush down the toilet and it'd be like all good. But I don't know. He was getting big, but he's huge now. But I remember really having to wrestle this fish into like another kind of like large Tupperware thing, because like he wouldn't go into like the bag. It's like he just wouldn't. He went from the size of my pinky to the size of my hand, from the snout to the tail. That's how much he grew. And he fought me. It was like, felt like Captain Ahab, fighting Moby Dick. It was a grudge match. He's angry. So eventually, got a 10-gallon tank. It's like, Rumblefish needs a new tank. And here, I have footage of Rumblefish. I do have footage of Rumblefish being transported into that tank, and it was a harrowing experience. But once I got him in that other tank, he just seemed so happy. He has some room, and he's still growing. It's like people are amazed about Rumblefish. It's like if like maintenance men and workmen come in and they see Rumblefish, they'll be like, wow, they're looking at it. They're like, wow, how old is he? How long? And telling me, trying to trade fish raising stories and stuff. And Rumblefish is getting larger, and he's louder than ever when it comes to food. Like, he's a carnivore now. I gotta feed him like bloodworms and like those little frozen shrimp blocks. Now he's not satisfied with flake food, and sometimes he's gonna just get some flake food. But yeah, he want meat. I can't put another fish in a tank with him. Instant food, all right. And if it's another large fish, I just don't know how he would handle that. I remember I tried to put some, I try to be fancy with Rumblefish. I tried to put like some live plants in there so that it would oxygenate the water more, so I wouldn't have to change the water so fast and change the filter so fast. And worry about the pH and things like that. Try to create some kind of natural environment for him. But man, he would just tear it up. Food. Then the water's all, torn up and green. And so, yeah, okay, no plans for you, Rumblefish. You're just going to have to mess with these colorful rocks. And I have the one, treasure chest and a couple little plants. But, like, he's pulled up them plants before. I've had to trim down the plants or use the smaller ones because, the big ones, he just ram right through them, pull them up. Can't do nothing nice for this fish. I don't even have, the fancy, lights the little overhead lights, or I don't have the wonderful little underwater backdrop that a lot of aquarium owners had. My grandmother used to. My grandmother used to raise, like, how do you say, own fish, keep fish, raise fish? What's the term for that? See, I don't even know, and I haven't fished for 7 damn years. I know people that keep fish, and they have all the bells and whistles, and they got the little pH checker, and they got the little temperature maintainer, and the water heater, and they got all the things. And they can't keep a fish alive for more than a year. Me and my humble 10-gallon tank that's now too small for Rumblefish even now, and it's time to get him a 20-gallon tank with just consistent feeding, consistent changing of this water, spring water. This fish has thrived and it has grown, and it made me think, this is how I must apply this kind of consistency, these simple moves that aren't spectacular, no bells and whistles, to everything that I want to see grow and thrive. Like this podcast. Consistency. That's my word for 2023. For me. Be consistent in 2023 and beyond. People ask me about Rumblefish all the time. They're like, wow, this fish is still alive. Or they come visit me and they'll be like, wow, this fish is still here. They're amazed by Rumblefish. My son still thinks it's his fish. Even though I do all this, I do all the dirty work and the blood, the sweat, and the tears. And the changing of the water and the changing of the filters and all that. Still his fish. Ain't that some shit? I don't know what's going to be like when he finally transitions to the next realm. It's like, I can't flush Rumblefish down the toilet. He's too big. He's going to clog up my toilet. And what I'm going to do, throw him in the trash? I'm going to have to give him like a real funeral. I'm going to have to put him in a little box with a little satin pillow on the inside. I'm going to have somebody sing. I'm going to have to dig a hole in the ground and bury this Bama. Or I'm going to do some kind of cremation or, put him out to sea, put him in a little boat and, shoot the fiery arrow. A little Viking send-off. He can't get a regular pet fish disposal. Okay? We go together. We go together now. He's family.